They go to the ground. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Yeah, I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. Fighting off the... There he goes! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Favre. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, 4th down, own territory, going for it. Big man has it, it's a 1st down and more. And he was on his way, gets it all the way to the 38. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Tigers have their offense in high gear. Quarterback on the keeper. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Fair catch, called for and made. From the gun, to give, looking for room. got the first down and more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the stripe tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
That's reeled in. It's Durham. Turning it on. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Green 25. They'll try to power it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, LSU! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And you got to be so disciplined when you play the option. You got to keep your eyes on your guy. They lost track of the pitch, man. The quarterback pitches it to him. He takes it in the house. You got to be a little bit more sound on defense.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams, because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry. featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air, it's Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The quarterback bought a little time, got away from a couple of guys, but it's like he was drinking from a fire hose, and soon enough, it was pouring like an avalanche coming down a mountain.
I guess that means there was a lot of pressure, but nowhere to go, man. I mean, just staying strong in the pocket and shrugging people off of him, but just couldn't do enough. They're going to have to do a better job protecting him.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Johnson looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Oh, what a cut! He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back. First down. Got to play the whole field up. Scrambles around. Runs for a first down. New set of downs. New set of problems.
Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
He's not afraid to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times where you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Now, a fourth down.
This will likely be the last play of the half. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. On the run, deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here comes the offense on second down. On the ground, it's ball. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Might be calling a hot route. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move them back.
Here we go. Break. Ready.
Johnson wants to throw it. Using his feet to buy time. Complete to the right. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it. but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. A first down for the offense.
Single. Let's go.
Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Fires one high and deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on fourth down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a third. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to buy time. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Catch in the middle. It's Green. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Trying to get the corner. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. He might want another play. And the Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Makes it past the marker. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Number 34.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players,